Good day everyone. Today, we're going to discuss about developing course outlines for the fundamentals of business process and outsourcing. But before that, allow me first to introduce myself. I am Marvin A. Asirin, a 22 years old and a currently BSIT 3B under the BPO sections. Okay. In this report, presentations, we will discussing on how we develop a course outline in a group sessions. And at the ends of these sessions, the student should be able to develop a sessions groups based on a course objectives, plan individual sessions based on a sessions group and course descriptions, and the last, make initial estimates on timing. So that's what the students must do after discussing this developing course outline. So bakit nga ba natin kailangan malaman kung paano gumawa ng course outline in a group sessions? It is imperative and necessary to us as students para malaman natin kung ano dapat yung i-input, kung ano dapat yung mga ilalagay and sasabihin during or having a group sessions. This is the way or steps on how to make a course outline of the group sessions. First is the course title. It gives the theme, sometimes called a course name, and it is more important to have a course title in order to easy understand and remember on what you have to discuss for. So importanteng meron ang course outline dahil dito mo malalaman kung ano yung dapat sasabihin, kung ano dapat yung i-discuss in a one particular group sessions. And the next is the course outline. Provides the nuance on the approach. A course outline is a document that benefits everyone or the members of your group sessions. It is an essential piece when designing any course. The course outline has a few purposes. It is a syllabus in a planning tool. So napakahalaga din na meron dapat course outline sa isang group sessions dahil dito mo malalaman kung ano yung flow ng group sessions nyo. Andito lahat ng mga naka-input lahat ng mga tao, kung sino magsasalita, kung sino yung mga magre-present during your group sessions. Hands-on or interactive terms required emphasis on the class discussions or case studies. Simulations requires role-playing exercise. So dapat nakalagay din sa course outline nyo kung sino yung mga participants, kung ano yung mga gagawin nila and during your group sessions. Reference to certifications or skills designations. The participants will be a designer trainee. Implies needs for an exam or expert evaluation. So dapat naka-input din lahat kung ano yung mga sasabihin or mga advance na dapat i-suggest ng mga participants. So sila yung mga mag-e-evaluate sa mga sasabihin ng speakers, kung sino yung magsasalita during your group sessions. So sila yung magiging trainee. Sila mag-i-input nila lahat ng mga nalalaman nila kung ano yung mga dinidiscuss during the group sessions. That's what I understand for. The third one is the objectives. Provides the session groups. Each objectives must be reflected in one or more sessions. Some outlines contains the course objectives. So dun yung objectives dapat naka-input lahat kung saan magaganap, kung who will be benefited during the group sessions. So importante ito sa mga participants, lalong-lalo na sa mga gagawa ng group sessions. Dapat naka-input lahat kung ano yung mga pwedeng gawin or kung ano yung mga knowledge, learning na makukuha ng participants during your group sessions. And I believe that you have a learning objectives, and it should be included these three components: the performance, the conditions, and the criteria. Performance, all smart learning objectives contain a performance component. The performance the performance statement describe what the learner will know or be able to do in a specific and measurable terms. Diba? Gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, dapat nakalagay lahat yung yung mga knowledge and learning na makukuha nila, and dapat lahat ng participants is merong participations during your session group. Incremental approval. Validate course outline with stakeholders. So hindi lang dapat ikaw ang nakakaalam sa mga ginagawa mong course outline. Dapat ipakita mo din kung sino ang mga kasama mo sa group sessions, lalong-lalo na yung mga medyo matataas, mga stakeholders na tinatawag natin. Dapat alam din nila kung ano yung gagawin, kung ano yung mga dapat na gawin during your group sessions. So that is the steps on how you do group sessions. Alright, it is necessary as a student to know and having knowledge on how to make a course outline. Formulate group sessions. From the course, title, outline objectives, the next goal is to develop the sessions group. Ito na, yung sinasabi ko. Each group of sessions supports a general topic. Example, that when taken together results in meeting the linked objectives. So dapat after nyong gawa yung outline of your group sessions is dapat meron ng naka-specific kung ano yung itatackle, kung ano yung mga dapat sasabihin ng speakers, and kung ano yung dapat gagawin ng mga participants during your group sessions para hindi naman sila out of place kung ano yung sasabihin mo, kung ano yung mga kung ano yung dapat sasabihin ng mga speakers is dapat alam din nila kung ano yon. And the results of the session must more engagement during the session and more learning after the session. Yes, it is indeed. Napakahalaga to na dapat habang kasalukuyan nagaganap yung session group is meron ng participations yung mga members in a group. And after the session, mas marami pang dapat malaman at matutunan and participations ng mga participants na about sa mga tinackled, about the things that you have been talking before. So that's indeed happen of having a group sessions. So yan yung mga kailangan dapat gawin and kailangan dapat malaman ng mga course outliners na gagawa ng course outline in a group sessions. Dapat maging responsible. We should be responsible on how our participants be able to interact with us during our group sessions. No, dapat meron silang participations, dapat mag-enjoy sila kung ano yung mga tinatackled during our group sessions.
Before we continue the report, by the way, my name is Sheila Meiji Domicil from BSIT 3B PPO student. So, please allow me to continue the next slide of report. So, discussion session group 1. Fundamentals of Business Process Outsourcing 2. This second fundamentals course equip the student with functional knowledge in 5 key areas: quality management, problem solving, and Lean Six Sigma, project management, input provider, and client negotiation, and business presentation, which, after a period of practice, will enable him or her to contribute effectively in an IT or BPM organization. These skills will be developed in interactive class or case discussion, presentation, and team projects. These methods develop collaborative behavior, assertiveness, and rigorous thinking. What are the logical sessions? Develop Session Group 2, Business Process Improvement Toolbox. This course will enable you to use process and thinking to improve, monitor, and control the processes in your field of work. It will include the basics of process mapping at different levels of the organization and will highlight the importance of identifying and driving process metrics. At the end of this course, you will describe the goals and benefits of process thinking, analysis, improvement, and management. So, dito guys, i-describe mo daw yung mga goals niya, mga benefits, process thinking, analysis, improvement, tapos yung management. So, the next is describe the levels of processes in an organization. So, dito guys, i-describe mo daw yung process ng organization. So, next is describe the uses of process map. So, i-describe mo daw dito yung kung paano may process yung maps. So, susunod is construct and analyze CPOC process map activity, linear process map, deployment, cross-functional process map, opportunity process map, identify and operationally define process metrics. So, dito guys, i-construct mo or i-analyze mo yung mga process map niya, mga linear process map, deployment, cross-functional process map, opportunity process map, identify and operationally define the process of metrics. So, next is conduct a process mapping meeting. So, dito guys, magprocess ka ng meeting. Parang ganon. So, next is describe and identify, minimize, and eliminate process waste. So, dito guys, hanapin mo yung mga minimize or eliminate process waste ng ide-describe mo. So, next is identify the customer requirements of the process. So, dito guys, identify mo yung mga requirements ng mga customers. So, next is describe how the two quantity improvements made. So, the last is i-identify mo siya kung paano mo siya ma-i-improve sa ganung bagay. Develop Session Group 3, PMP Bootcamp. Instructor-led interactive hands-on course satisfies the 35 contact hours PDUs required to take the exam. The outline is project management framework, project integration framework, project scope management, mock exam. We are so confident that our course will prepare you for the exam. We offer a 100% pass guarantee. If you take the exam within 30 days of the course and don't pass on the first attempt, we'll pay for you to retake it. All we ask for is your commitment to study hard for the exam. So guys, dito, sinasabi dito, pag hindi ka nakapasa dito sa first attempt mo, kailangan mo magbayad para mag-retake ka ulit ng exam. So, includes the PM Book Guide 4th edition, PMP, Exam Study Guide, training aids, online resources, and over 1,400 sample questions. PMP Strategy Guide, realistic 200 questions, mock PMP exam. Access to the additional web-based train videos, Project Management Academy. So, dito naman guys, 1,000, ang sinasabi dito, 1,400 sample ang question nila. Sa training aids, online resources, and tapos sa Sa may mock PMP exam is 200 question only. Formulate sessions. Completeness. From objective for each session group, formulate sessions. List of sessions must comprehensively cover the group. So, dito guys, sinasabi dito, mas comprehensively daw yung mga cover sa mga grupo nyo, ganun. Tapos, yung mga list ng session, ganun. Tapos, sa review tables of contents of reference materials for the topic give sense of session. So, dito guys, i-review nyo yung mga table of contents nyo, yung mga pinagkuhanan nyo ng references, ganun. Para mabigyan niya ng sense yung sessions, ganun. So, 3 is, can repeat topics, repetition with slightly different approach, angle, and chances learning. So, dito guys, pwede mo siyang i-repeat yung topics, pero may pagkakaiba na sila. Discussion activity placeholders. Insert team individual presentation and to enhance learning. Provides a placeholder for extended discussion or group activities, research visits. So, magpro-provide tayo dito ng placeholder para sa extended ng discussion para sa grupo or sa mga activities, ganun, or sa mga research visits, ganun.
Good day everyone, I'm Angela Riola from BSIT 3B BPO. Formulate sessions. Summary. For large sessions groups, have summary sessions that synthesize the topics discussed in multiple sessions. First, follow principle. Tell them what you will say it, tell them what you said. Second, attendees remember the last message. For example, in a public speaking advice is to tell him what you're going to say and say it and then tell him what you said. The idea that repetition will hammer things home to your audience and help them to remember. Discussion, Session 1. Presentation, Development, and Delivery Skills. Presentation Delivery. Be professional. Prepare, manage time, and respect. Second, sincerity and passions. Sincerity and passion. Third, the 1 minute presenter. Fourth, delivery what was promised. Teach to the objectives, manage questions, validate learning. Fifth, assignment, individual presentations. 6, small room presentations and large audience presentations. And the last one, multi-day courses. Discussion, Session 2. Business Process Improvement Toolbox. This course will enable you to use process thinking to improve, monitor, and control the process in your field of work. It will include the basic of process mapping at different levels of the organization and will highlight the importance of identifying and driving process metrics. At the end of this course, you will describe the goal and benefits of process thinking, analysis, improvement, and management. Kung baga nagpapatakbo ka ng isang kumpanya, kailangan mong i-share sa mga empleyado mo yung mga layunin ng kumpanya, kung paano mapalago o kailangan ng teamwork para mas mapabuti ang kumpanya. Second, describe the levels of process in an organization. First, is the standard high level and list the operation levels of organization. Second, depicts the end-to-end process across the operational areas. And the last one, show the rules and associated steps required to complete the specific process within an operational area. Third, describe the uses of process maps. The purpose of process mapping is for organization and business to improve efficiency. Process maps provide insight into a process, helps them brainstorm ideas for process improvement, increase communication, and provide process documentation. Process mapping will identify bottlenecks, repetition, and delays. Repetition and delays. Fourth, construct and analyze. SIPOC, process map, activity, learner process map, development, cross-functional process map, opportunity process map, identify and operational define process metrics. Fifth, conduct a process mapping meeting. Regardless of what organization or industry you work for, process and workflow mapping are a part of regular business improvement activities, and you may need to lead process mapping sessions or participate in one. If not adequately prepared, this can be challenging and frustrating. However, they certainly don't have to be with choosing for strategies to productive, effective, and engaging. 6. Describe, identify, minimize, and eliminate process waste. Every process in a business either adds value or creates waste when goods or services are being produced. We all intuitively know that waste is undesirable, both of a business or our proposal life. In general, we can define waste as something unwanted, poor or bad. Something that does bring anything positive, usually appearing after a specific process has been completed. You have to minimize all transportation in the production process and avoid any unnecessary steps between any two processes. There must a good flow between the process and strict limitation of work in progress. Optimize and connect all process in such as way that waiting time is minimized and no time wasted. But when you can see benefits of eliminating waste, you get the motivation to do it more and more. 7. Identify customers' requirements of the process. To identify the needs of your customers, solicit feedback from your customers and every step of your process. You can identify the customer's need in a number of ways. For example, by conducting focus groups, listening to your customers or social media, or doing keyword research. Describe how to quantity improvement made. To identify the needs of your customers, first, plan. Identify the opportunity for change and create a plan to reach the goal. And second, do implement that change the small scale to start. And check, gather information after each new change and analyze its effectiveness. And the last one, act. Implement successful change on window scale while continuously assessing your results. If the change does not work, begin the cycle again.
Before we continue this report, by the way, I am Raymart Morada, a BSIT 3 BBPO student. Please allow me to continue the next slide of report, discussion session 3, negotiation and leadership. Day 1, discover a framework for thinking about negotiation success. Morning, managing the tension between creating and claiming value. Afternoon, building successful relationship. For example, a good negotiation framework of methodology, much like a frame, defines the problem by eliminating irrelevant clutter and clarifies our path towards our negotiation goals. For example, preparing for a negotiation can be equated to a couple coming together to build their dream house. Day 2, examine and develop effective technique for addressing a variety of negotiation challenge. Morning, managing the tension between empathy and assertiveness. Afternoon, difficult tactics and how to deal with them. For example, listen more than you talk. It's easy to go into a negotiation focused only on what you say, especially when you're nervous. Use timing to your advantage. Always find the right way to frame negotiation. Always get when you give. Always be willing walk. Day 3. Put it all together. Morning, organizations, obstacles, and other complicating factors. Afternoon, putting it all together. Harvard program or negotiation. The external factors like politics, competitors, economy, customers, and weather are beyond control but can make a huge impact on your organization performance and success. On the other hand, internal factors like processes, staff, culture, and financial situation can be controlled by you. Estimate timing grows time. Get from the stakeholder principles the total time allotted for the course. Full day course, 8 hours less for morning, afternoon break of 15 minutes each, net 7 hours. Plan for a 15-minute break every 2 to 3 hours. Maximum courseware development effort estimate 3 to 5 minutes per slide, 12 to 20 slides per hour. When creating your statement timing grows, there are some essential pieces that you needed to include. Course description from academic calendar, course goals, student learning objective outcomes, assessment overview, assessment plan, schedule of activities, plagiarism announcement, reading list. Estimate timing slide count. Calculate the slide count based on the type of session and allotted time. Straight lecture slide, large auditorium audience, 30 plus. Estimate the number of lecture slide. Allocate 3 minutes per including navigator page. Provide 1/4 of additional time for Q&A. 1 hour slot, 45 minutes presentation, 15 slide max, 15 minutes Q&A. It refers present different types of academic work across different types of academic program and is the basic unit of progress toward a degree. Estimate timing slide count. Interactive class discussion slide, small group presentation, 10 to 15 attendees. Use 5 to 7 minutes per slide. Skills training require longer time allocation. Provide 1/4 time for Q&A. Team individual presentation with Q&A. Critic assume 5 to 10 minutes per presentation. Time set up. Time 1/2 times 5 minutes. 2 times time for Q&A. Critic 20 minutes Q&A. Example 3 groups 1 to 1/2 to 2 hours. Interactive presentation should always be an educator's goals, right? Teacher-centered lectures loses students' interest, while interactive presentation grab and hold attention. Getting student involved improves retention, understanding, enjoyment, and it's remarkably easy to involve the audience with just a few easy principles, especially with the right technology of your disposal. Students today expect the classroom to be both educational and enjoyable at the same time. Interactive presentation help engage students by having them participate in the lessons instead of passively learning to lectures. This reduces boredom and gives students a sense of responsibility to attentive. Millennials and Generation Y students are especially accustomed to being a part of the lessons and not just a spectator. Students are encouraged to talk and offer their ideas to create a collaborative atmosphere where both teachers and students are a source of knowledge and insight. The teachers plays more a facilitator role in moving the lesson along the encouraging student to participate in their own learning outcomes. Students offer their own input, additional information, and give example of how they would apply the key concepts. The learning task is central aspect of the interactive presentation instead of teacher's energy level and hold on the student attention spans. And the lessons evolve around it. Even though the teacher is normally the presenter, in most cases, the interaction part comes in variety of ways to get students participating in the lesson. Many activities, games, role plays, quizzes, and discussions can be integrated into presentation flow, and the lesson will take different direction from there.
Estimate timing learning. Almost always not enough time to cover desired materials. Pressure to cut slides or topic will come later. Fewer is better. 10 slides for 10 minutes is too much. 12 slides per hour is easy to fill. Slide as a mental tool, not literal PowerPoint slides. Slide topic that one can cover it in 3 to 5 minutes. Summary. Formulate session groups. Course title gives theme. Course outline provides nouns at the approach. Course objectives provide the session groups. 3 to 4 session groups is one pointing to an objective. Formulate session. Completeness sessions in group must comprehensively cover the objectives. Discussion or activities placeholders. Summary or sessions for large sessions group. Estimate timing. Get allotted time to course. Visualize 3 to 5 minutes per slide. Hence 12 to 15 slides per hour. Allocate 1/4 of time for Q&A. 15 minutes breaks every 2 to 3 hours. Assignments. For the next sessions, each students should prepare the course outline, slide, session groups, and sessions, and the estimated timing for each sessions in the 3-day workshop.